Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Ruchita. Welcome to today's NutriLiv 360 session. Today, we are going to understand a very important fact. What are proteins? Why do we need protein? And what is the right kind of protein? We're going to discuss some myths versus facts. We are going to understand how much protein should we be consuming and what are some basic foundation supplements. All this and much, much more. To begin the session, it is my honor and privilege to invite Farooq Tarapur. He, ladies and gentlemen, is an Olympian, two-time world champion in sailing, and has had an active sporting career of 40 years. He's won innumerable awards, including the Chhatrapati Shivaji Award and the Arjuna Award. But most importantly, he's a mentor to each and every one of us on the group with the mission Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Let's listen to him very, very keenly. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Ruchita, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting Friday session. I just hope that you had your early dinner, done some exercise, and probably had some protein in that, because that's what the topic is all about today. Now, protein, there is so much of myth about protein. There's so much of misinformation about protein. And today you're going to be very lucky because you're going to be hearing from the source, that has done a lot of research on this subject. In sports, Indian sports took ages to figure out that most of the athletes were protein deficient. They spent crores of rupees getting in, foreign coaches, foreign nutritionists, finally to figure out that, well, in the huge calorie diet, it was lacking protein. There's another thing that always disturbs me a lot is that China consumes almost as much protein in a week that India consumes in a year. So we need to really understand that by default, we are not consuming protein. And in order to consume the right amount of protein, depending upon your workout, depending upon your load, depending upon the stress that you're under, you need to figure out what is the right amount for you, for your age, for your weight, and for the activity that you are involved in. And you also need to understand that between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, how to spread this protein load. At least 50% of your protein should come from your breakfast. And if you're not getting that, you're going to be protein deficient. Now, you got to also understand that when you're taking protein, you need to take adequate amounts of fiber along with it, because otherwise you will have huge problems with your gut. So get all this combination right. We suggest that, you come into the community, post your plates so that we can guide you, that is this going to be good or bad for you. Many people ask me the question, should I take protein before exercise or after breakfast? And the answer is yes. You should be taking protein before you exercise and you should be taking after you exercise. Before you exercise to help you in the exercise, and after exercise for your recovery. Protein does all the repair work in the body. Without protein, you just cannot survive. So give protein its due importance. Understand that if you're not getting it from the diet, you need to supplement it. And when you're supplementing it, check the one basic factor. There's something called as a PDCA score. And if that score tells you that the supplement that you're taking is how much digestible and how much is not, just don't compare prices without understanding the quality that you're having. So without wasting much time, listen to Veda, because Veda, before she came onto the platform, through her diet, realized that she was hardly consuming any protein. But once she got onto the program, through repeated questioning, I would remember she would ask, how can I take, 50% of the protein during breakfast? And once she figured that out, she turned her life around. She made an amazing transformation journey. So it's really good to listen from somebody who's made this transformation using protein as a major supplement. So this whole thing that, the whole session is going to really help you. So listen to Veda very carefully. Over to you, Veda.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Farooq, and for everything, and for these, 5 minutes of guidance that you give us every Monday and Friday, and for helping me transform my health as well. I didn't think that it could be possible. So, friends, yes, protein का topic है आज, and it is one of the least, what do you say, जहाँ पे awareness सबसे कम है, बस just knowing what probably is being told. And now, okay, ठीक है, social media में a lot of information is there, but what is right and what is wrong? And the worst thing is people are not aware of why protein. 8 out of 10 Indians are deficient in protein. 9 out of 10 Indians are unaware. And that was my mistake. I wasn't aware. Hame usually, multivitamins, we are aware. We need to be having multivitamins. We are aware कि हमें calcium खाना है. We are aware कि iron चाहिए. Iron deficiency होता है. Cod liver oil बचपन में सुना था. ये सब सुना था. लेकिन प्रोटीन के बारे में कभी नहीं सुना था. And I'm sure that must be the status of many, because 9 out of 10, I was one of those 9. People always, there were myths, as Farooq said, right? A lot of myths. And मेरा understanding था कि जो लोग gym जाते हैं उनको protein चाहिए, and only because protein was only found there, right? But unfortunately, it is required, and maximum people in India. Just a second, I'm just trying to. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we have a huge deficiency. People are not aware. 73% of diets are deficient in protein. 93% unaware. This is forget even rural and urban. Forget the overall. We're talking about urban India, where people are mostly more aware, etc. 84% of diets are deficient in protein. You will understand. Mostly lentils mein milta hai, right? So, and we don't eat much also of lentils. It's deficient. Even non-vegetarian diets are lacking 65%. 97% pregnant women are not even aware, because हमें सिर्फ बोला जाता है कि okay, iron folic is what you require, and what you require probably calcium at a later stage, right? Even I wasn't aware. Now, unfortunately, if you look at this whole right side of the map, correct? These red or orange or amber states are actually deficient, highly deficient in protein. Even the least deficient is probably Kolkata at 43% in the states, in the the cities. Maximum deficiency is in Lucknow. Approximately 62% of pregnant women or lactating mothers are facing protein deficiency. Imagine that is getting passed on. What nutrition is getting passed on to the baby? It is somehow seen that single women and men are lesser in numbers deficient than those with families. Okay, those who are married. Probably we get distracted by and not taking care of our own health. Probably that may be the reason. Working women and housewives are found to be 70 to 80% deficient in protein. Now, these are stats because why are we sharing these stats? So that you are aware that this deficiency is not just हम बोल रहे हैं, Farooq just didn't talk about it. It is actually statistically, the numbers say that we are deficient in protein, क्योंकि उसको एक importance दिया ही नहीं है. बल्कि, and why that importance has not been given? Because of the myths as well around protein sources, right? Now, what are the few myths? Protein is easily available in fruits and vegetables. Most of the mothers believe that this is true, but it is not. It is not at all true. In fact, fruits and vegetables में fiber है, yes, water है. There is a lot of there is carbs. There is, what do you say? You get multiple micronutrients, but you don't get protein from fruits and vegetables. Leafy vegetables are good source of protein. 73% in urban India think it is true. Unfortunately, that is not right. Proteins are bad for health. Now, this is probably because of the few cases of, issues that have been cardiovascular deaths or heart attacks or whatever that has come out of people who have been taking synthetic protein while going to the gym, etc. Right? 20% of those surveyed believe a protein-rich diet is unhealthy. And trust me, even I had that kind of a notion कि ज़्यादा protein is not good, heart attack हो जाता है. Literally, this was my ignorance, and that could be the case for many. But little did I realize कि जो biology में बचपन में सिखाया था कि हमें हमारे जो cells है, our whole body, all our organ system, what is the smallest thing? It is our cells. Our cells are made up of protein. We are all made up of protein. And imagine the protein that is being, exhausted on a daily basis to keep our organs functional, keep our cells, having that energy, right? So protein basically कहाँ से आता है? Primary. Proteus एक Greek word है which says primary or first place. So basically it is your base, your building block of life or of our life, right? Proteins क्या है? It is made up of 20 different amino acids, out of which 9 are essential ones. Okay. Protein is a vital nutrient in our body. It is a macronutrient which is required. Macronutrient मतलब क्या है? जिसको large amounts में हमें चाहिए रहता है on a daily basis. Protein, it constitutes about 15 to 16% of your body mass. We talked about deficiency and people are not aware. Okay. Now, there are, we said 20 amino acids. There are 9 essential ones and the rest are non-essential. When I say non-essential, we are not saying कि नहीं चाहिए, but body will make it, it can be synthesized by the body. Whereas these 9 essential amino acids cannot be synthesized, cannot be made by the body, and hence you need to take it through your diet. ठीक है? So amino acids are the building blocks of protein. जब ये amino acids हम खाते हैं, तो body के जो organs and functions, different functions है, they convert into different 20, almost I think if I'm not wrong, I think some 20,000 different types of protein is being created in our body. Okay. What are the functions? Where is amino acid or where is protein required in our body? Let's start from clockwise. First, building muscle. Again, each one of us needs muscle. सिर्फ वो बॉडी बिल्डर्स जो हम देखते हैं वेट लिफ्टर्स उनको सिर्फ मसल्स नहीं चाहिए. Each one of us needs our muscle to be strong. And we are wearing and tearing our muscles by just not probably exercising, sometimes even over exercising. We need muscles. Our whole body, that's that of what do you say? It gives strength to our bones. It gives that whole form, right? Boosts our immune system. Protein helps in boosting immune system. It sustains a normal digestive system. बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि प्रोटीन खा के हमें ब्लोटिंग होता है, constipation होता है. That's because if you're not eating the right protein, but actually it is helpful for your digestive system. Transports essential molecules around the body. It helps in that. Supports in the regulation of your, DNA and RNA or your genetics, basically. Breaks down food. Protein, basically, when you eat more protein, it takes longer for the protein to be broken down, and hence it is beneficial as well. It is expending more calories, and hence it helps in even weight management, growth and repair of body tissue, cells, tissues, everything, right? Protein is required there. Makes hormones and brain chemicals. Protein and amino acids are used for your brain chemicals also. Provides an energy source to your cells and to your body, basically for your daily function. And hence फारूक बोल रहे थे protein सुबह खाओ. Maximum amount of protein that you need to have should be in the morning so that you have energy throughout your day. Maintains healthy skin, hair, and nails. Till I understood about protein, I was already part of the, health journey. Yes, weight loss ho raha tha and all. When I understood and I started taking the right amount of, at least, more amount of protein, I would say, it started showing on the skin. If you want a very clear skin and a glowing skin, you should actually increase the amount of all plant protein that you have. Should also do your gut reset. Okay, that really, really helps. Okay, now how much? As Farooq said, you need to understand कि कितना protein चाहिए on a daily basis. Two factors, two major things that actually help you, which will help you understand कि कितना protein चाहिए. One is of course for female as per age and then as per your weight, etc. and how much of activity you're doing. That states your factor. Second is what is the quality of the protein that you're going to consume. उसमें amino acids क्या है? Are they having, is your protein having all the 9 essential amino acid? Is your protein having a PDCAS score of, what is PDCAS score? It is protein digestibility corrective amino acid score. Okay. Now this score basically tells you कि वो जो protein आप खा रहे हो, body वो पूरा digest कर पा रही है, पूरा absorb कर पा रही है नहीं. If that score is 1, that means it is 100% digestible. So you need to take a protein which has all the amino acids, all the essential 9 amino acids, plus a PDCAS score of 1. Now, how much? Okay. As I said, it also depends on आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप female हो या male हो, कितना activity है. Usually, most 95% of us probably जो आज platform में है, except for Farooq and probably some of you who do heavy exercises, fall into the first two segments, okay, where our activity level is average or sedentary, or we do a little bit of walking and exercise, etc. Right? So, idhar ke liye, what I would say is approximately anywhere between 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kg body weight. Keep it simple. Agar an average weight is 60 kgs, okay, you need 60 grams of protein through the day. Out of those 60 gram, kitna khana chahiye subah? 50% of your intake should be in the morning. If you're doing endurance exercise, agar aap sports mein ho, athletes ho, marathon mein probably you're running, again, please take, consultation from Farooq, especially those who are on the group. If you're not on the group, come on the group to understand better. You need to take around 1.2 to 1.4 grams of protein per kg body weight. And of course, then it is beyond. I don't think we have any, heavy, exercise folks on the group. But these are the basic things. Thumb rule, keep it simple, 1 gram per kg body weight. Okay. Now, ये क्यों बोल रहे हैं हम लोग कि 50% should be in the morning? मॉर्निंग न्यूट्रिशन का सेशन किया था हमने. इन द मॉर्निंग वी नीड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बिकॉज ऑफ our body, when we sleep, it has gone negative in protein. We had discussed this. Now protein we need it because our protein balance has gone negative. क्यों कैसे negative में गया है? क्योंकि जब हम सो रहे हैं हमारे अंदर की बॉडी की रिपेयर हो रही है, and that is why sleep is also important. Hence 7 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is important because your body requires that much time for rest, for repair, etc. During that time protein goes into negative balance. उसके बाद और एक चीज क्या होती है, अपना metabolic rate, our basal metabolic rate is at its least. Protein जब हम खाएंगे सुबह, it will help to boost the metabolic rate. And we need that metabolic rate to be boosted so that you start feeling energetic. So that you're telling your body कि boss, wake up, it's time, we need to do a lot of functions in the morning. काम करना है, जीना है basically, right? And through the day, क्योंकि आपकी activities होती है, even if you're, even if you're a homemaker, you're not going to office, yes, you are working around the house, even if you're dusting, doing anything, right? You need that energy, and that energy, when it comes from protein and not carbs, you will have a sustained energy release. मतलब जब हम प्रोटीन खाते हैं अपना एनर्जी रिलीज जो होता है, इट विल गो थ्रू द डे स्लोली. कार्ब्स जब खाते हैं, अगर फुल ऑफ, if our breakfast is full of carbs, then that energy spike will be there, but the release will happen immediately as well, and hence you feel hungry, you want to eat more carbs, in fact. Okay, so protein helps in sustained energy release. And the fourth thing is higher thermic effect. मतलब जो अभी मैं बोल रही थी थोड़े टाइम पहले, जब हम प्रोटीन खाते हैं, our body takes longer time to break it down. So that food, it says, so the different food items release different amounts of energy. Protein जो खाएंगे lentils या any of the non-vegetarian sources, it takes longer to break down and hence it will release more energy. Okay. Now again, when it is seen that जब आपका breakfast is high in protein, your muscle mass will also increase. Okay. And this was a study, done where when you eat more protein in breakfast rather than in dinner, comparatively, right, then you get higher muscle volume and higher strength. आपकी strength जो है, muscle grip strength, all of that is increased. Whereas when you have lesser during breakfast than in dinner, yeah, towards the evening, if you have, it will help you. You need to have a little bit of protein, yes, even in the night time, say around 20 to 25%. But that will help in repair. It may not help in building of your muscles, right? So it also helps maintain optimal metabolism and metabolic health, जो अभी बात किया, improve fitness and functionality and overall quality of life. As I said, protein also helps in weight management. How? जब हम प्रोटीन खाते हैं, सेम फंडामेंटल्स, जब हम प्रोटीन खाते हैं तो your energy release is sustained, slow energy release. It takes longer for the body to break down and hence आपको वो पेट भरा हुआ ज्यादा टाइम तक रहेगा. That means your satiety will be there for a longer time. Okay. Two times induced thermogenesis, matlab energy burning out, your calories expenditure will be higher, and hence your जितना आपने खाया है versus कितना आप expend कर रहे हो, if this is increased, you will automatically be losing weight or maintaining your weight. Whereas when you eat carbs, utna body it doesn't release that much energy for breaking down carbs. It is easier for the body to break down the carbs and hence utne calories expend nahi honge. Right? So this is just a comparison. Fats ka bhi matra is better than carbs, but again, it has to be the right fats. But the best food source is protein for weight management. सोया प्रोटीन भी बहुत फायदेमंद होती है फॉर वेट मैनेजमेंट. इट हेल्प्स इन सटाइटी. इन प्रोटीन के सोर्सेज बहुत सारे हैं, राइट? सोया प्रोटीन इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सोर्सेज ऑफ प्रोटीन. सोया एपेटाइट रेगुलेशन, आपको ज्यादा भूख नहीं लगेगी. आपको इनफैक्ट यू विल नॉट इवन फील दैट तड़प फॉर फास्ट फूड व्हेन यू हैव प्रोटीन इन द मॉर्निंग. Thermogenesis and metabolism के बारे में हमने बात किया. It also helps preservation of lean body mass, which is required, your muscles basically. Glycemic control, it helps in controlling your sugar levels as well. Enhance fat oxidation and cholesterol regulation. So when you have soy protein, we're talking about when the source of protein is from soy, this is what are the benefits, and that in turn helps in weight management. We also saw in the first slide in functions of amino acids that it helps your brain function as well. It improves your, mental health, improves your energy levels, glucose levels, insulin levels, all of that are stabilized, delayed gastric emptying as well. And hence, because of all of this, improve performance levels. जब आपकी performance जो है दिन throughout the day, when that is improved, you feel good about it. There are lower, mood fluctuations. You'll have more alertness and productivity, right? Now, protein needs to be consumed throughout the day, but especially हमने बोला breakfast के time पे सबसे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, right? Clinical study क्या बोल रही है? Usually हमारा क्या होता है कि प्रोटीन में या तो even if you're having a normal breakfast, what is our Indian breakfast? Usually, right? Poha, upma, idli and dosa still have a little bit of lentils, probably sevai upma. What else? Paratha. All of this, if you see, are protein deficient. It's more of, even if you have complex carbs in it, It's carbs. It is carbs, it is micronutrients, even if you put vegetables in it, right? Very rarely in Indian breakfast, we consume dals or actual, say, for example, salmon for breakfast or chicken for breakfast or something like that, right? And usually हमारा वो consumption lunch या dinner में रहता है. It's higher. But if you can reverse that and have protein, and hence we say supplement with all plant protein. We'll come to the supplementation bit a little later. Effect of protein rich versus protein poor breakfast studies is increased mass muscle for those who consume protein rich breakfast. Increased mass muscle helps in longevity of your movement as well. As you age, the mass, the quality of your muscle actually depletes, okay? And hence you need your protein. We spoke about, okay, there is a fourfold protein strategy, nutrition strategy. One is the timing. As we said, morning में सबसे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. Quality के बारे में भी बात किया. We need to have a protein. We need to have protein source that has covered the 9 essential amino acids plus PDCAS score is 1, which is 100% digestibility. Third, what should be the distribution across the day? 50%. Again, taking the 60 kilos wala, 60 grams of protein per day, 30 grams, if you have to have 60 grams of protein, 30 grams across any type of different types of food sources, 30 grams during breakfast, 15 grams at lunch and 15 grams at night. This is your ideal distribution. Matlab 50%, 25%, 25%. Okay. And your whole total daily protein intake we discussed in the previous slide. So all of these put together is what you need to think of जब आप सोच रहे हो मेरा daily protein intake क्या होना चाहिए. अभी sources क्या है? You have multiple sources of protein. The best plant-based sources that are listed here, you have chole, chickpeas, oats, 11 grams of protein, tofu is there, paneer bhi hai, which is in in the animal source because it is coming from milk. But this is pure plant-based. This is tofu has 13 grams. You have brown rice, quinoa, lentils, a lot of dals that you can have, cashews, peanut butter. Avoid peanut butter because it also has fats. Then you have almonds. Again, okay. Yeah, we have almonds, you have broccoli. Broccoli is great. You have avocado and you have edamame beans. Many more are there, of course, but these are high in protein. When you have these, remember that these also have other ingredients. Like, for example, you can't really have, almonds, 29 grams of protein and probably say 100 grams of almond, right? लेकिन आप 100 grams of almond नहीं खा सकते हो. उसमें fats भी है जो इतनी जरूरी नहीं है for us to actually take so much from our diet, right? So that needs to be balanced out. What are the animal sources of protein? You have eggs, again 14 grams per 100 grams. Chicken has 25 grams, but it also has fats. So please remember while you're looking at the protein content, you also need to remember that these also have the other bit that can, if you like, for example, मेरे घर में सबसे ज्यादा probably non-vegetarian जब हम खाते हैं, it is mostly chicken. But that also can lead to higher amounts of cholesterol if we don't balance it with the right vegetables, right? With probably even a little bit of complex carbs, with something that has for your pre and probiotics, right? So it needs to be balanced. Now, those are the sources. But you know what? हमारी जो ये सब study है और ये जो हम present करते हैं, it has come from research across the 5 blue zones. Blue zones क्या है? You can go and search as well. There is a whole study that has been done. There are at least 5 places across the world which are now classified as blue zones, जहाँ पे it has been seen that people live for much longer than the average lifespan. And they just don't live for longer. They have a very good health as well. They're active in the, they're literally farming even in their 80s and 90s. They're able to do that. They, and there are various factors that have contributed to this. Some of these factors are, of course, I'll just high level में बताऊंगी, ज़्यादा नहीं, but we'll focus more on what they eat. Social connect is very, very important. They move, they have a lot of, they do a lot of walk, they do, work, basically, a lot of movement, daily movements. They don't have remote controls, probably, they don't have televisions, most of them, most of these places. They more socialize and connect with each other. They have a positive outlook. But let's look at what they eat, because today we're talking about eating what is, the right protein source, right? And protein source jo hai, the major source that has come out from here is plant protein from all of these studies. Let's look a little bit more deeply on what they had to eat mostly. 95% of their daily, look at their daily, food that they have. 95% of the food was, 95 to 100% was plant-based food. Okay. Whole grains. Again, like either they have single ingredient whole grains, either raw or cooked or fermented, but not highly processed. We also in our program, we always say, what do you say? You have only one carbs at a time, right? And it needs to be lesser, as much as possible. It should be complex carbs. Again, daily dose of beans, half a cup to 1 cup per day is what they're saying they have. Then they mostly have a lot of water. Okay, very less coffee, tea, and wine. It is in moderation. Snacks on nuts. Again, see, you have to take it इन पर्सपेक्टिव. मैं क्यों बार बार नट्स पे इन पर्सपेक्टिव बोल रही हूँ, क्योंकि लोग बोलते हैं ठीक है नट्स आर ग्रेट, दे आर ग्रेट, बट क्या हो जाता है सुबह शाम दोपहर को एवरी टाइम नट्स नट्स खाएंगे तो नो, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प. यू हैव टू टेक इट इन proportion to the rest of the stuff, right? Weekly, they go easy on fish. They have fish, but it's a little lesser than what they have vegetarians. Eliminate eggs, no more than 3 per week. Slash sugar, consume only 28 grams of added sugar daily. Again, this is on a weekly basis. Reduce dairy and retreat from meat. This is what people in the blue zones, have. Okay. Now, as going with that whole thing as to plant protein is what helps and plant-based food is what the blue zone folks are actually having. Let's look at one of the best sources of protein, soy protein. Okay, now soy protein, as we saw, helps in multiple ways. There are two different biological or physiological benefits that we have from soy protein. One is anabolic and one is beyond anabolic. Anabolic में क्या होता है? Your muscle synthesis, muscle repairs, muscle growth, both of it. Okay. How does muscle synthesis happen? Amino acids जो हम खा रहे हैं from your protein source, they grow into your bloodstream. Bloodstream से the muscles actually, amino acids get released into your muscles. Muscle synthesizes that into muscle protein. Muscle protein is used to build the muscles. We use our muscles, तभी breakdown भी हो जाता है, right? Because when you're using the muscles break down. Again, those amino acids get released into your blood. So when you eat the right amino acids, suppose you don't have it, imagine the wear and tear that's happening in your muscles, and hence, you don't have the strength. And that's what happens when you have a sedentary lifestyle. Your back goes for a toss, your neck goes for a toss. Why? Because your muscles don't have the strength. You're not exercising, you're not eating the right protein. So when you're having this, the right protein, soy protein, it improves your lean body mass, endurance, strength, etc. Everything gets improved. What happens in your beyond anabolic benefits? When you have soy proteins, it helps you in your heart health, cholesterol, lipid levels, it helps in regulating that. It helps in your bone health, metabolism we spoke of, and weight management. So multiple benefits of soy protein. Um, in heart health, just to look at it, it reduces your blood lipids, as I mentioned, it manages your lipids. So you will be able to reduce your triglycerides. Anyone in having your, high triglycerides, high LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, right? Have your protein in the morning. Of course, do the exercises, have your omega 3 as well. The combination of your protein, fiber, and omega 3 will help you manage your lipids, okay, all your cholesterol. Bone health, it increases the bone mineral density when you have soy protein. Okay, weight management we saw earlier, so I'm not going to be going more on that. We also spoke of metabolic health. In both of these, it helps you feel fuller for a longer time. आपका burning, calorie expenditure ज़्यादा हो जाता है, and hence it helps in managing your weight as well. Now, again, with soy protein, you still have a lot of issues and myths going around, right? Let's look at what are the myths versus facts. Soy affects reproductive hormones? No. It absolutely doesn't. In fact, you will benefit from having protein. Okay. Soy causes early puberty. Again, the fact is no. Soy is bad for your thyroid. In fact, I've had quite a few, not many, I would say, but quite a few people who have had thyroid imbalances come to me and say that doctor has advised them not to take protein. The protein, the synthetic protein may not be good for you, but soy protein is definitely beneficial and it will help you. Even thyroid imbalances, whether you have hypo or hyperthyroidism, you can have soy-based protein, all plant protein, organic protein. Okay. Soy allergies are common, is the myth. There can be allergies like any other food source. Insensitivity versus allergy is something that you need to learn to differentiate, right? So, yeah, allergies can be there, but it is very, very rare as well. Okay, not as much as what we see in wheat. Now, in plant protein, why are we saying that plant protein is beneficial? They are high in fiber, packed with antioxidants and other nutrients as well. Plants have micronutrients, no cholesterol, versus if we are eating animal-based protein, kya hoga? Protein you can get from animal sources. You can get from eggs, you can get from chicken, as I said, you can get from fish, absolutely. But even in red meat you can get, but what else do you get in all of that? You get even fats, and fats will increase your cholesterol levels. You will not be able to manage it well, and hence, and again, your digestion, when your body struggles to digest the protein coming from non-vegetarian food, and hence, even if you have had, say for example, if you have had eggs in the morning and you think that you're getting 25 grams of egg protein from them. I'm just giving an example. Because the body is taking, it takes more than 8 to 9 hours to actually digest protein, more than that in different types of protein, but it takes on an average 8 to 9 hours. By the time that whole digestion, by the time the night, you're gone to, as per your circadian rhythm, the digestion process stops after around 7:30, right? By the time it stops digesting further, so it is not able to absorb all of the protein from your non-vegetarian sources, whereas from vegetarian sources it is easier for the body to absorb and digest the protein coming from vegetarian sources. There are no animal hormones also, because right now we are getting animal products that are induced with hormones, etc., sustainable for our nature as well and environment friendly. Okay, now, even if it is from plants, how much of it can we get from the diet that we eat on a daily basis? Here again, we are taking 60 grams of protein on an average. Okay. If I were to take 60 grams of protein and I had to take it from the food that we get in the market that we can cook at home, right? I would have needed 11 boiled eggs to get 16 grams of protein. But it will also be giving you 780 calories. How are you going to expend that? right? And of course, you'll be eating a lot other stuff also. You can't just survive on 11 boiled eggs, right? 50 bananas you would have had to eat. You would have had to eat 25 potatoes. 8 glasses of milk will give you probably, this, but it will also give you fats. It'll give you 1256 calories, kilocalories. So it's not possible for us to actually get it from food, the sufficient amount of protein. That is one thing. Second is, as I said, ये जितना भी आप अंडे खाओगे वो पूरा absorb नहीं करेगा आपका body, right? Third is, this is the actual what it should be giving. This is what 50 bananas should be giving. But ये bananas कब के वो झाड़ से निकल तोड़ चुके थे, right? So the nutrition content gets halved every day that passes from the fruit getting plucked from the tree or the plant. And hence, we need, and plus, again, the fifth thing being your soil, your water, your air where these plants are grown, it is polluted. You can't really do much, right? Unless you have your own organic farm. Even then, I don't think you will be able to source all of this from that one single farm, correct? And hence, we ask supplement. Eat smart. Supplement your regular diet with an all plant protein powder. Now, why Nutrilite? This is researched since last many, many years. It's a 90-year-old number one dietary organic supplementation brand. Okay, and SNE बोल रहे हैं, it has been we are ourselves taking it. We Farooq himself is also taking it, and as you see here, एक तो PDCA score is 1, which is 100% digestible, and it gives you the maximum amount of protein per scoop that you get. You will not get this combination and organic in any other protein, where one scoop, which is 10 grams of protein, gives you 8 grams of protein, 80% of protein in that one scoop. Okay, agar aapne subah 2 scoops of protein le liya, you will be actually supplementing with 16 grams of protein in the morning at your breakfast time. Okay, how many calories? One scoop is just 40 calories. So it's not even adding as much of calories that probably if you were eating other stuff. Because here kya kiya, they have broken it down to the 9 essential amino acids. So you don't even have to worry about that. So jo humne bola, what factors you need to consider when you're sourcing the protein? One is plant-based, one is it digestible? Does it have all the essential amino acids? Correct. And where are you getting the maximum amount of protein from? This is the source which you can actually take, and it is a blend of soy protein, which is almost 82%, 10% of wheat protein, and the about 5% odd or 7% odd is from protein from yellow peas. Okay, so all plant protein. Ever since I've started having this, energy levels have gone high. My skin is better. My weight management has improved. I have this along with fiber. Now, what I also wanted to cover apart from just protein is we have seen our previous sessions jahan pe we covered carbs and dietary fiber, right? We have seen now protein, we have seen fats, understanding what fats should be eaten, how we need to supplement with omega. We have also gone through the gut health session. I would like to summarize here that, for foundational health, we know that we need to supplement. What do we need to supplement for maintaining, or rather, even first of all, correcting and building our foundational health? I'm not talking about where you have some, vitamin gaps. Like most of us are deficient in, most vegetarians are deficient in vitamin B12. Many of us Indians are deficient in vitamin D3 also, because we are not able to absorb, we hardly move out, etc. Keeping all of those deficiencies aside, this is what you need to take on a daily basis, and especially in the morning. Okay, if you can start supplementing this with this package of foundational. What is there? Your Nutrilite all plant protein powder that we just spoke of. Start with 2 scoops of protein in the morning with breakfast. There are multiple recipes. You can have it with just water as well. You can even have it with chas. You can make a smoothie out of it with any one fruit, say an apple, and then make a smoothie, or a banana and make a smoothie. That, the curd in chas, then the banana, that will also add to some amount of protein. What you can also do is the third item here, which is fiber. You add the scoops and fiber, so 10 grams, almost about 9 to 10 grams of fiber, along with your protein, shake, you can call it. That will help you in digestion. That will again help you with satiety. It will also help you, along with protein. It's a very great match where it helps you with your lipid regulation. So when you're eating your protein, you're taking your fiber, it will help you with your cholesterol levels also, and it will help you manage your sugar, spikes as well. Next, you should be also supplementing. The third thing is supplement with daily. Daily is your multivitamin, which is covering all the, we have Daily Plus right now. So it covers all your essential vitamins and minerals. Why the plus? Because it has a advanced mechanism of, it comes in two layers. The first layer is when you consume it, the first layer gets dissolved. The initial nutrients that you need for throughout the day for your digestion, initial part of your digestion, that gets dissolved. The second layer goes and sits in your duodenum, okay, small intestine, and after 8 hours that gets dissolved. Why it is designed to be dissolved after 8 hours is because approximately most of the food that you eat during the daytime starts getting digested, in their intestine during that time, and that's when that second layer, major nutrients here, vitamins here, and minerals, they are needed by the small intestine. So awesome, these three. Then you have your salmon omega-3. We had a session again on that. Omega-3, you need to supplement because unfortunately you don't get it even in large amounts in vegetarian sources. So this is absolutely required. It is a magic pill. Salmon omega, or rather omega-3 and protein, both of these are essential at your cellular level. Okay, for repair, for energy, for health of your cells. So absolutely, these are the powerful combination. Last but not the least, pre and probiotic, which helps you in balancing your gut health. Now, it is very well known, and I'm sure if you have attended your gut health session, you will have understood that if your gut is fine, your whole of your body can be fine. Bone health, your cardiac health, your skin, your brain, all of the functions. In fact, a huge part of it from liver, kidneys, pancreas, all of it. So, what is pre and probiotic? Pre gives food to the good bacteria, pro increases the number of good bacteria. And that's how your gut health. So this is a powerful foundational health basket. If you are not taking any of these, I would suggest and I would recommend add whatever is missing. If you're not taking any of these, you have to take this, stake it, and you will see a huge difference in 2 to 3 months time. You will see how your whole outlook throughout the day is going to change. So I hope the protein inputs on protein and the foundational basket help. In this program, we start every day. With gratitude and optimism, we encourage everyone to start, and definitely shine is what we love to practice and we want to practice. So starting every day with gratitude, having your nutrition, not just the right food, not just the balanced plate. Of course balanced plate and at the right time is required, but please supplement with the organic and right supplementation from NutriLight. Intentions, visualize and set clear intentions. What do you want? What do you want from your health? Just I want a good health is not probably enough. You need to sit and think, where are you at today? Where do you want to go? Be 1 month down the line or 6 months down the line. Learn something new. Today we are at Friday. Monday again, we will come to you with another session, another topic. So do join in on Monday, 9 p.m. Uh, Exercise daily. we can eat right, we can have our nutrition, it will help only to an X level. Without exercise, you're not going to get that muscle. प्रोटीन आप खाओगे, लेकिन अगर आप एक्सरसाइज नहीं करेंगे, हम एब्स के एक्सरसाइजेस या बाइसेप्स और घर पे करो, हम ये नहीं बोल रहे हैं कि join a gym and spend money. No, all what I have learned and I did through my transformation. Okay, this is my transformation. All that what that happened in this transformation was through exercises that Farooq actually designed, and it is there on our website, slimtrimsexythin.com. All of it you can do at home. And this is all that we did to build the muscles, to even improve our cardio health. All of it was done at home or outside of the gym or outside of a professional facility, because these are exercises that can help you do it right without harming yourself. And I just had this photo as well. Why? Because this change, if you look at your my skin, it is much more clearer. The pigmentation is lower. The spots have reduced, and that happened due to two things. One is my protein intake increased, plus the gut health got improved. So yes, that's it from my side, and I hope this was helpful. Sorry for prolonging for till about 51, but I'm hoping that it helped you. Thank you.
Absolutely, Veda. Thank you so much for sharing this, and thank you so much for sharing your transformation. I think it always gives us more confidence looking at, testimonials that we can turn around our lifestyles as well. With that, we come to an end of this session. Like Veda mentioned, next Monday we have another one where we'll understand the impact of lifestyle on our body clock, and we'll understand what does NEAT mean. With that, we'll be taking your leave. Thank you, and see you in the next session. Good night.
Thank you.